I have the flu! And yes, I sound very energetic and I sound very happy for someone who has the flu because, well, the worst part is over. At least I hope the worst part is over. Now, when it was Wednesday, when a few days ago, because it's Sunday at the time of this recording, I thought, okay, I have a sore throat. I get those all the time. Since I'm a part of the children's ministry at my church. I watch kids, sneezing, coughing. I always get a sore throat. And then Thursday comes. I go to work. I was not functional. I don't even know how. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna pass out. I got sent home early, which I was so happy when my coworker walked up to me. Hey, Caleb, do you want to leave? Oh, I said yes. Oh, your boy didn't make any money this week, and I've never been happier. Because, those government checks, they're just going to keep coming in. It was weird because the last time I had the flu was about 11 years ago. It was like 2014. So I thought, okay, I've had the flu before, but I'm not going to lie, nothing prepared me for this experience. Because typically, I remember back in my day, I remember a time when you got sick, you knew what you had. You didn't have to get tested for RSV. You didn't have to get tested for corona. You didn't have to get tested for the flu. I had to get tested that I had the flu. Now, typically, I don't get fevers. And, well, even when I I didn't go to the doctor. I went to the nurse practitioner. Thank you, Minute Clinic at CVS. Not knocking nurse practitioners. My mom's a nurse practitioner. But that was who saw me. And the thing is, well, I don't own a thermometer because I never get a fever. This is the first time in over 10 years I've had a fever. Even when I got corona, I didn't get a fever. But when you get the flu, you get a fever. And I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong when I couldn't walk straight. Oh, and not only could I not walk straight, I was sober. I was sober and I couldn't walk straight. So that's when I knew something wasn't working the way it was supposed to. I remember my dad comes in the next day. He's like, no, you're going to, you gotta go. I end up going to Minute Clinic. This lady tells me, yeah, you have a fever. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. And my thing is typically, I did not know this, but because my fever was like 100 degrees, or I guess, what is it? I don't even know what the metric, because I think I got some people that use meters or Celsius. I think that's 37 degree or 38, maybe even 40 degrees Celsius. like I said, I don't know what's good with the Celsius. Oh my gosh. I just remember feeling cold. I mean, I had 100-degree fever and I've never felt colder in my life. I put on the space heater. It was blasting and I'm like sweating and chills and sweating and chills. And this whole experience taught me, if you want to lose weight, don't go on Weight Watchers. Don't do keto, vegan, paleo, whatever. I don't know what these are. All you have to do is get the flu. I dropped 5 pounds in like 2 days. It was mad. I was like, what? I'm 160? I was really like I was like 161, 160. I was like, oh no. How did I drop so much weight in such a short period of time? When you have the flu, man, I just didn't want to eat anything, because my church is fasting. I did not need to. Oh my gosh, I have solved Ramadan. If you are Muslim or Islamic faith and you struggle to fast, just get the flu for a month because you will not eat. And this time, so since it's been a while since I've had the flu, there's a lot of things that, I honestly, it's weird. Gun pointed to my head, I'll take the flu over corona any day of the week. I'm not even gonna. Because when I had Omicron, that was the plague. I mean, the flu is the plague too. Both are the plague. Don't get me wrong. Both are the plague. And I don't wish them on my worst enemies. Unless you're a baby boomer. Then maybe, or a Cowboys fan. Then maybe I might wish the flu and the plague on you. But no, it's something where I was coughing. I wasn't sneezing that much. I wasn't sneezing that much. But man, did I sweat. I legitimately think I created the 8th ocean in my bed. Because it was so wet. Not the fun kind of wet. The wet because I was just sweating so much. And tossing and turning. And man, did I sleep like a baby. I think babies have the flu. Because why am I sleeping for 12 hours out of the day? There's only 24. And of 12 of them, I'm asleep. The other 12, I have to somehow do homework, because I didn't tell my professors, I had to tell my boss. And then, it's funny. I tell my boss, okay, I told my boss, hey, I'm sick. Okay, I miss a day. And then the next day, I tell my other boss, I got the flu. I got the plague. I ain't don't schedule me this week because I work weekends. If I survive, I survive. But if I don't, it was nice knowing you. Maybe you'll get mentioned. Maybe somebody will write a book about me. Maybe people will read these text messages. Who knows? But man, I remember waking up yesterday, reading a text from my boss and him asking, did you find someone to cover? I said, and mind you, I'm texting him 3 hours late. I said, hey man, I got the flu. I'm not functional right now. I don't even know what plan I'm on. And trust me, it was an experience. And what's weird about getting the flu, and for me, I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, I might be a little toxic. I might be not a little, extremely toxic. Because for me, I start gaslighting myself. Because I was, oh no, there's no way I'm sick. But then it's the fatigue and the exhaustion, and I couldn't move. And then I was scared, and then I drove, which honestly, there's drinking and driving, then there's driving while under the influence, whatever. But then there's driving with having the flu. And man, I was dizzy. So I'm surprised I didn't get in an accident. I'm not gonna lie, because that was something I would not recommend anyone trying to get from point A to point B, and while you're because I've been delirious, and more than my usual, because I would say I'm normally a delirious person, but then something happened where I got the flu and it just went from 0 to 100 overnight. And so they prescribed me this stuff. It's called Tamiflu. I had it 10 years ago. I had it now. And I remember the lady, she was the nurse practitioner. And she was also, East African. She was Ethiopian. She didn't even and trust me, she was not impressed by my Africanness at all. It was just, did you take your flu shot? No. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did cause this on myself. I probably should have gotten my flu shot. And if you're in the UK, I should have gotten my flu jab. Yes, I should have gotten jabbed. I do like the UK word for vaccinations, which is jab, a whole lot more, because it just sounds a whole lot more precise. You got jabbed, shot? Come on, that's way too American. Yeah, she was not impressed by me. She was asking me all these things, telling me my whole medical history. Oh my gosh, it felt it was so not embarrassing. It was just man, my whole life just out in the public. But it was, that's kind of what's been going on this week, is that luckily, I think, like I said, even though I think I would test positive, which is mad. That's crazy that you have to test positive for the flu. Is this the new world we live in now? Is that you test positive for things? Man, Corona really changed things up. But luckily, hopefully, knock on wood, I do believe I'll be fine. I'm gonna go to class tomorrow, risk it for the biscuit. And I did hear on NPR that there are some reports of the flu spreading. And so if you do, it's too late to get vaccinated. It takes 2 weeks for it. You see, that's also the thing about the vaccine. They don't tell you, it takes 2 weeks for it to take effect. If you do, if one of your family members is sick, and this is gonna sound like elementary school stuff, wash your hands, put on a hazmat suit. Honestly, put on a hazmat suit, because this is the plague. But no, wash your hands, be healthy, and just know that it's something that if, please try to figure out that you have the flu as soon as possible. Because trust me, if I had figured it out sooner, maybe I would have, I probably would have recovered faster, who knows. But I'm just grateful that I was able to get help, and hopefully, on Wednesday, we'll go back to something more lighthearted. But thanks for watching. This video is going a little bit long. And also, it's the Super Bowl right now. I just saw a touchdown. No, this game, I don't even know if it's rigged, but man, this is not, I turned it off. The Super Bowl was so bad, I had to make a video, because I just couldn't even watch it anymore. But thanks for watching. I hope y'all have a good day. if you like it, and if you're healthy, you know, you can hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, you can follow me on socials, you can do your thing, and